YouTube, man, what's good? What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Poke, and we're back again, guys, with another video. Now, today we're gonna be reacting to 10 times Karens got owned. They got owned. So yeah, this was suggested by Lego, and yeah, let's get it started.
Get it right the first time. Get it right the first time, okay?
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at 10 times Karens got owned.
My car is right behind, but he wants to be a jerk for all the same exact car. Come to work. And there's nothing.
Yeah, but you're in the wrong.
For this list, we'll be looking at rude, entitled, and obnoxious people of any gender who got to experience the sweet taste of karma with some public embarrassment for their terrible behavior. Who's the unofficial leader of Karens? Let us know below.
Hey, Mojo Hollis.
Standoff for space. Usually fans of the same teams help each other out. But when a parking space is on the line, all loyalty goes out the window. In January 2023, TikTok user Courtney was attending the MLB Houston Astros Fan Fest. Seeing a free spot for their car, everything seemed great. The only problem? A woman was standing in the way, seemingly saving it for someone. The two remained still, waiting for the other to give in and move.
Why are you trying to ruin this day for people?
This isn't how it works, though.
Look, I'm the driver and I jumped here and I got here. Are you guys high?
Instead, the mystery woman approached the car and told Courtney they were ruining the day for everyone and weren't real.
Wait, hold on. Ruining the day just because of parking spot? How high are these people?
Astros fans. The audacity.
Hey, I'm not moving. My car's pulling in right here.
You're gonna miss the show then.
Come on, baby.
Wait, hold on. You said your car was pulling in. How come you not driving it if it's your car? But why are you saving the parking spots if there's other parking spots?
By the end, the Karen gave up and walked away. But
Yeah.
not before yelling some more.
You're pathetic Astro fans,
give
and
you
you
your
both
2
should be
minutes.
ashamed of yourself because there's
You'll
kids.
be on Facebook.
This is karma.
You'll be on Facebook.
Karma.
School board shame. The pandemic, while grim and horrifying, did help us see some people for what they are. Terrible.
It's my God-given right to be here on this planet, and you cannot tell me otherwise. Correct?
In April
Or we can tell you to get off the property.
QAnon follower and prospective school board member Cara Bell decided that briefly wearing a mask inside a Nordstrom rack in Austin, Texas was too much trouble to reduce the spread of the disease. Bell was confronted by an employee.
You don't like wearing a mask. What about us? I hate wearing masks. Just because you don't like wearing masks, don't. Hold on. Just because you don't like wearing a mask, you just can't just not wear a mask. It don't work like that.
Pushed them. After refusing to leave the store and hiding in a changing room, the cops arrived to escort her out.
And she has witnesses. You have witnesses to say that she shoved you.
She has the manager.
Bell was then shown ranting.
First of all, she's not even recording. Look at her phone. It's off. Wait, hold on. Y'all can't see. My camera in the way. But look, her phone not even recording.
Outside about being a Christian woman of God while recording the interaction on her phone.
She
I'm
never
a
even
Christian
recorded.
woman of God, and you are not going to put your disgusting rules on me.
Afterward, she was charged with assault. Unsurprisingly, Bell did not get on the school board.
You are lying to me. I just heard you call the police officer that I talked to and get my name. Now you're
It's not a
lying.
police officer on the phone.
The reverse of embarrassment. Picking up kids from school can be a nightmare. Many vehicles can litter the road waiting to pick up their youngins to take home. Sure, it's annoying, but there's nothing to be done except wait in line.
I could so jump this curb right now.
Well, Ari, we may hate this place, but our daughter's supposed to go here.
In August 2021, Josh Ryden waited in line in Austin, Texas at the Sun Show. Yet one pickup driver was way too important to queue up. So they drove onto the other side of the road and looked to cut in further up. Instead, they were met with traffic coming the other way. Now they had to reverse in shame, delighting the bored drivers in the line. Silent treatment. Some Karens comes with their horrendous behavior. It's almost a weird badge of honor for them to get the strongest reaction from decent folk. In September 2022, workers at a Subway restaurant took that power away from one rude woman spectacularly. Posted up by Charlie Kincaid, we see a lady arguing with an employee, demanding her sandwich to be made. However, the worker was done with her rudeness and refused.
But finish my sandwich. No, I don't finish because you need to respect me. Well, you need to respect your customers.
She then acted like the Karen wasn't there, instead attending to another customer. The confusion on the belligerent woman's face, wondering if she'd turned invisible, was magical.
Finish my sandwich.
Eventually,
Finish my sandwich. My sandwich. My sandwich.
she leaves, but not before shouting the classic phrase of wanting to see the employee's supervisor.
Call your supervisor right now.
Monkeying around. In certain countries, wild monkeys can be a problem, sure. They can get rowdy and whatnot, but being rude to one isn't a good look. In 2015, a man was wandering down a street in Shimla, India, when he spotted the primate near a railing. For a moment, he looked happy to see the furry friend, but then he whipped out the bird directly in the creature's face. Uh-oh. Like a scene from the Planet of the Apes franchise, this simian decided an uprising against humans was overdue. It proceeded to dropkick the guy in the face like a wrestler, causing the guy to fall to the floor before darting back to the fence for protection. Landlord greed. Nowadays, landlords don't exactly have a positive reputation. With the rising cost of inflation across the globe, many of them have hiked up their rent prices to keep making the same amount of profit.
I actually started shaking because I couldn't believe how much it went up by.
But one greedy landlord that messed with Sean in Sydney, Australia, probably regrets doing so. In April 2023, Sean released a video about his home proprietor increasing his rent by a massive 700 Australian dollars, around $480 American. As such, the tenant understandably chose to move on rather than pay the extortionate price. Sadly for the landlord, according to Sean, even with the vacancy rate in the city being 1%, not one person was willing to view the property at the open house. Absolute disaster, but absolutely cathartic.
Maybe buying houses that you can't afford and then passing the onus on to the tenants when interest rates go up also isn't the best idea.
Public shaming. It's really weird just how often people think that standing in a parking space somehow means they've reserved it for their family.
Yep. We're at a standoff.
If it ain't a vehicle or an official sign in the spot, then you've reserved nothing. In July 2022, one Karen in Long Beach, California decided that by blocking cars from using a space, that made it hers. Posted by Vesna Fry, a standoff had taken place as a line of cars beeped their horns at the entitled lady, who held her ground. At least, for a little bit anyway.
Your car is right behind, but he wants to be a jerk for all doing the same exact thing. Come to work, and there's nothing.
Yeah, but you're in the wrong. You're in the wrong. Yeah, you are.
When a driver of a handicapped vehicle began yelling at her, the awkward Karen skulked away from the space, bringing lots of cheers from those watching the bizarre events. Litter bug lesson. Is there anything worse than litter bugs? Yeah, definitely, but they're at least in the top 10. In November 2021, Rob Baugh was on the highway as he and his friends headed to Las Vegas, Nevada for the SEMA show. They happened to catch some fun karma on the dash cam. One Honda Civic driver didn't want to wait for a bin to throw their drink away. Instead, they lobbed it at a nearby vehicle. But as they celebrated, we assumed they took their eyes off the road and didn't realize the cars in front of them had stopped. The Karen car rear-ended the helpless vehicle and perhaps had to pay out a lot of money for repairs. A wild door appears. Karens love to take out the frustrations of their lives on restaurant workers. In 2015, a woman ranted at employees for not speaking English in America.
I'm really glad you two.
Look how dumb you sound. Look how dumb you sound not speaking English.
Whatever language it is that you're speaking, but it's really rude.
Next, the bewildered staff are berated by her for putting green peppers in the food food instead of...
And another thing, you can't just get mad at them because they speak in another language. It's not their fault they speak in another language. It's not their fault. It's not.
things.
My kids don't eat green things. They eat red peppers. You calm down.
When the worker relented and stated they'd make a new one, the animated Karen flipped out that it'd take 15 minutes. We also discover that the woman is the first human to never make a mistake, as she constantly chanted, "Get it right the first time." As she went to leave, she thudded against the glass door, completely wrecking her exit.
And you get it right the first time. You get it right the first time. Get it right the first time. Get it right the first time.
Take it or leave it.
Before we continue, May 2022, acting legend Patti LuPone hosted a conversation alongside her company co-stars after a performance. She then spotted a woman in the audience not wearing a face mask properly. So LuPone verbally slated her for risking the health of people around her.
Put your mask over your nose. That's why you're in the theater. That is the rule.
For some reason, the Karen responded by claiming she pays LuPone's salary. The actor scoffed and said the producer did.
What do you think you are if you do not respect the people that are sitting around you? You pay my salary. Bullshit. Chris Harper pays my salary.
You heard what she said? I'm not going to repeat it, but you should have heard that. I'm going to rewind it.
You pay my salary. Bullshit. Chris Harper pays my salary.
The Karen then claimed she was a patriot, which somehow meant she was exempt from common courtesy. Later, LuPone claimed the maskless woman had been a problem with staff for not wearing the cloth properly. Her eyes like a mature grown-up. Check out these other
Are we done? Yeah. The video is in the description. Peace out.